Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel, Chess Access, where I give you access to my chess games, both online as over the board. So today I played an over the board game. I played a pretty strong opponent for my level. We spoke afterwards. I've played with him, against him once before, and I stood no chance. And afterwards we spoke, and he doesn't play on chess.com, but I think he has an estimated rating on chess.com of around 1700 rapid, give or take. So yeah, as my highest rating is 1150. I'm a little bit below that now, so yeah, it's an opponent which should be too strong for me, and it was a pretty good game, and I thought he blundered, and I thought I could make advantage of that, and I didn't, and that cost me the game. So there you go, you know the outcome. I lost. But overall, I'm pretty excited about how I played, because I played with an 84.7% accuracy, and my opponent with 90% accuracy, so he was playing very well. And yeah, he did actually make a mistake, and I did the wrong thing. I did think about what apparently is the best move, but I didn't make that move because I didn't see a good follow-up. And I made what I thought was a good move. I thought I was winning a knight, but actually I was losing a pawn, and that sealed the deal, and I couldn't come back from it, and I lost the game. So let's have a look. So I played with white. I was trying for the Jababa London setup, and he lets me in a kind of a way. And normally, and maybe I should do that from now on, I shouldn't be too worried about this pin, because if anyone wants to just swap off a bishop for a knight, that's fine, and this pawn structure is actually quite solid, and I've been playing this move the last couple of games, and I think I should just Stockfish recommends going here with the bishop. I shouldn't do that, because that's not a pin worth worrying about. So I can drop that from now on. Because mostly then the bishop comes here, and then I need to think like, okay, am I going to defend it? Do I go here with the knight blocking my bishop? Do I go here? Then it's going to get chopped off. But do I chop it off and invite his queen in? So I'm actually trying to avoid trouble, I get into trouble. So that's something to know for the future, because now the only thing I could do is, okay, so he actually doesn't. That's Stockfish for you, because sometimes I don't do this and he recommends I'm doing this, and now I'm doing it and he doesn't actually recommends it. So he's just saying like, being recaptured with this pawn, that's fine also. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So we're just developing and things are quite equal, and he actually is in the same position. He doesn't take, so he's allowing me to take in a minute, doubling his pawns, but actually this becomes quite a bit of an asset for him. So I castle, and now I take. He recaptures, and now he's doubled pawns, but this pawn is actually controlling this square quite nicely. And he can actually forcefully undouble his pawns. Or not undouble his pawns, but yeah, undouble his pawns. So he's bringing some troops into the action. And yeah, I just wanted to get my queen into the action. And yeah, now obviously I'm forced to, well, not actually forced to take. I can drop back, but that's like a wasted move. So I take, Okay, so Stockfish actually does recommend drop back, but that would have meant... Alright, okay, so go here and go back. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Because now his pawns are undoubled and I need to move away with my knight. Yeah, I did consider going here and maybe going here. That was actually my plan. I'm not quite sure why I didn't do this. Yeah. Because then I thought, oh yeah, I thought like if I can push this pawn, I can go back here again with my knight. And then he pushed this pawn and I thought like, okay, I can't push this pawn because he's not going to capture. I'm going to capture, he's going to recapture, and he still got this structure. But then I thought like I can actually force him to take with en passant, which is what I did, which is an okay move, an excellent move actually. So I, oh, he wanted me to capture with a rook, okay. I'm slightly behind, but not by much. It's still equal-ish, sort of. And so he brings in his rook. I just defend this pawn one more time, in case my this one falls for whatever reason, because obviously this is a weak pawn. And then he opens up his house, and I was kind of surprised by it. And Stockfish also says it's not a good thing to advance your pawns in front of the king. It's compromising the safety of your king. So I took quite a bit of time to see if I could find a way of maybe sacrificing my knight to go in for a quick checkmate, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, I did think about going here, but I didn't see any follow-up for my queen being here. I mean, it can't take the rook, and it can't go here. It's just sitting there for no apparent reason. And I thought like maybe I can bring it over here somehow in for an attack. Then he pushes his pawn, which is not the right idea. I capture, we trade off rooks, and then he makes a mistake. And I kind of thought like, hang on, this must be a mistake. And I was taking some time thinking about going for a check here and winning the knight. But obviously he can block with either the queen or the rook. Okay, the move we make is bad because it misses a better way to capture the pawn that was threatening to win material. Okay, so he said capture it with your rook. And now but I thought like, hang on, I can go here with my knight. Oh, let me get rid of all these squares. I thought I can go here with my knight, opening up my rook to the queen, and I couldn't see any way he could go to. And I thought like if he takes me, I can take, and he can take, and I can take, and I'm up. And then, or I thought like if he moves away, I didn't see a way he could actually defend his knight. So I thought like I'm winning a knight if I do this. I thought like if I go here, we trade off some stuff and I'm winning a knight. But I failed to realize that all these takes are actually with check. Yeah, so my knight would be sitting here, and yeah, and then if I hang on, yeah, and at the end of the road I think he captures me also, and I grab with the pawn, and I have a very weak pawn, and he can take that, and it's just like he's one pawn up, and that's just something I can't come back from. So I went from 2.5 points up because I made a mistake to 3.5 points down. And he did say win a pawn through a fork. Okay, I could have just won a pawn. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think a pawn would be that great of a win. But I actually did consider this. I also thought like maybe if he blocks I can check. But then obviously he blocks again. And then I thought like maybe I can check. No. Okay, so he really wanted me to grab this pawn and be up a pawn rather than being down a pawn as what will happen. So I didn't go for this. I didn't see a straight follow-up. I didn't actually see I could actually get a pawn. And actually, even better, I could have... no, hang on. I could have actually won myself this pawn, and this pawn is also hanging. Okay, maybe you would have to defend. Maybe then this works. Yeah, then it would work, because now he needs to get out of the way. Yes, he can go, actually, he's here, so he can't save, well, the knight is actually protected by the rook. But he needs to, actually, hang on. Or maybe go here. Okay, so yeah, okay, I don't know. You probably would have seen a lot of the stuff I'm not seeing at the moment. Because he's somewhat better than I am. Just looking at rating and my experience with how we played to each other. Yeah, so I just thought like, hang on, I can win a knight. That's what I thought. I thought he's made a mistake and I can win a knight. I thought like he has to move, or we exchange pieces and then I can grab the knight for free. But this is what happens. He takes my rook, I take his queen, he takes my queen, I take his rook, and then he takes my knight. And now I'm 3.5 points down because this is a weak pawn. And I'm never going to be able to protect it. My king is too far away. He's going to get this. And yeah. So this is how it ended. So, and I'm 3.5 points down, and I did this, and my opponent actually did say you should have gone this, like Stockfish recommends, and that might have saved me a loss. Maybe I could get a draw, because if I go here, Stockfish still says I'm 3.5 points down, but he can't go here. No, because, yeah, exactly, because now Stockfish says it's equal. So he can't go there. So he needs to... yeah, he can't really take this because... hang on. He takes this. I'm still down. So it doesn't seem to, well, the only thing is, just using up my laptop, the only thing is like now he needs to guard this pawn, and maybe I can somehow climb up here. But I don't think this is really gonna work, because he's probably just gonna sit here. Yeah, and then I might go... obviously, well, then maybe I would go here. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Like, that's what I said to him when we played this out afterwards. I said like, I go here, he needs to take. I can maybe come closer and box him out. Stockfish says it doesn't really matter. So I'm not going to look at the lines because there's so many bazillion possibilities, but this guy would have figured it out. So it was trying to, thinking I could grab the knight was a mistake, and I should have gone for the grabbing the pawn. That would have maybe won me the game or drawn the game. So this didn't happen altogether. I actually went here, he locked everything up, and like from this position I took literally, I think, 30 to 45 minutes, because I knew it was done. There's nothing I could have done. I can push this pawn. I thought I can take, but then he pushes once, so I can't advance my other pawn, and then I need to step this way and he can get my pawns, or I step this way and he can go grab my pawns the other way. Alternatively, I thought like maybe I can move over here, but then I thought like he's gonna push, I take, he take, and then I need to guard this. It's a pass pawn, I need to guard it, and he's just gonna push me down the board, and he can grab these pawns or these pawns and take it from there. So I didn't see any good move. I went here. Stockfish recommended going here, but I don't think that would have mattered. And I was surprised that he actually didn't go for this. He went for a line I didn't actually consider. He checked me, I recaptured, and he recaptured. And here's where I resigned. Because obviously, if I go here, he's just gonna push the pawn, he's gonna bring me to this pawn, and then he's gonna come in here and munch on these pawns or these pawns and create some pass pawns. So yeah, tough game, but everything, looking at everything together, so I made one proper mistake. I missed the tactic, winning a pawn and maybe winning the game or drawing the game, and then I made a mistake. So yeah, but 85% accuracy I'm not too unhappy with. And I push. It's my cat thinks it's dinner time, but it isn't. Yeah, so yeah, I learned lots from this game, and that's how you should look at chess games with stronger opponents. Just learn from it. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.